the music that gets you pumped up.
I love it. This is my kind of music right here.
And with a little bit of the OJs in the background, we say good morning. 92.1 WROI, WROIFM.com. Streaming audio live, RTC Channel 5. Audio and video live on the First Federal Facebook page. Tanner and Cindy are here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody okay today?
Oh, we're great.
Ready to go?
Always.
Friday morning, pumped up?
Very pumped.
All right, here we go. And we say good morning across the console to Mr. Evan Gottschalk, President, First Federal Savings Bank. Good morning, Evan.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm bringing the energy this morning.
Hey, bring it on. Bring it on.
That's a lot
Better
to
than
live
a cup
up
of
to.
coffee any day, right?
Okay, I hope so.
That's right.
I've had a couple, so let's see how that works.
Let's do that.
The OJs, they were the first famous OJs, probably, don't you think?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say you're probably right.
The genre.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we've got a great show this morning, and we've got a special guest with us that we're going to get right into and learn about something this morning together. We want to welcome Dustin Shidler to the program this morning. He's representing Relay for Life. He's a team captain and helping coordinate the event this year. Welcome, Dustin.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's great to have you this morning. Thank you for coming on. And Relay for Life has some rich traditions here in Fulton County.
How many years now?
Oh my gosh, longer than I've been a part of it.
big going for
Couple
quite a while.
decades.
Yeah, it's been going
Yes.
on for a long time, and hopefully for a long time to come.
So that event's coming up, obviously. It's a summer event. You're outside, you're enjoying the weather, you're fulfilling some purpose. But tell us about Relay for Life as an organization a little bit. Give us some background.
So, Relay for Life, it began in the States in May 1985. Colorectal surgeon Dr. Gordy Klatt, who is the founder of Relay for Life, he wanted to raise awareness of cancer and boost the income of his local cancer charity. So he spent 24 hours circulating a tract in his hometown of Tacoma, Washington, and he raised over $27,000 himself.
He did that all on his own.
All on his own.
Oh my goodness, that's a great story.
That's impressive.
He showed one person how they can make a difference. So Relay for Life obviously is now the largest fundraising event for cancer in the world. It's celebrated by more than 4 million people in over 20 countries and raises millions of dollars every year.
That's incredible.
And that was the mission of one person. You want to make a difference. That's why we get together every year.
Sure.
To raise even more for something that's very near and dear to us.
What an incredible picture of the impact somebody can make. This cause touches so many people. I think that's why it's caught on quite a lot. Cancer is one of probably the highest rate of death for any disease in the country and the world, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
So, well, tell us a little bit about kind of your team and the history of that, Dustin.
So on top of helping to coordinate the event, I'm also team captain of Joseph Relay for Life, and I'm sure everybody's seen us around town doing different things.
Yes.
We spend a lot of time throughout the summer and the spring on nice days outside, of course. Then we try to do some things inside. There's a lot of businesses around here that help support the mission. So our team, we got started in 2011 after our founder, my brother, Joe Shidler, was diagnosed with leukemia in 2010. That's why it's so near to me. He fought so hard for 3 years, but he lost his fight February 18, 2011, or 2014, I'm sorry. Can't even read my own writing. He lost his fight in 2014. And our name really came from, it was always Joe's hope that one day we would find a cure, not in his lifetime, but in his nieces and nephews' lifetime. So that's where we got our name from. It was just hope that we'd find that cure one day. And the year we lost Joe was actually our biggest fundraising year that we had ever had. And we raised our team just over $10,000 that year, thanks to all the donors coming together to show us how much Joe meant to us.
Sure.
It was such a moving year that year. It was tough, obviously, but everybody coming together to let us know that Joe meant a big part to them. So we're always so grateful to all those donors who support our mission and the American Cancer Society's mission to find a cure.
That's a touching tribute. Thank you for sharing that, Dustin, with us. I imagine there's some other stories like that with other teams. How many teams are you looking to have this year?
We hope to fill that entire parking lot with teams. Right now, I think we're right about 5 or 6 teams that have signed up, but there's still plenty of time to get signed up, and sometimes it just takes one person to lead the team.
That makes sense. So tell us a little bit about where the event's taking place this year and when it is.
So we would like to actually give a really big shout out to New Life Church this year. Our usual home at the high school was unfortunately damaged. The greenhouse sustained damage. So we scrambled about a week ago to find a new home. So New Life Church came to our rescue this year. And so it'll be at New Life Church this year, just off of 31.
Okay.
It's going to be Saturday, June 22nd, from 4 p.m. to midnight.
4 to midnight. That sounds like a fun time. We don't
Absolutely.
have too many events running that time of the day.
Absolutely. And the later we go and the more tired we go, the more interesting it gets.
There was a time when we went overnight.
Yes. Yeah, I was actually part of it.
Sure.
I was
Were you
part of
really?
it then. Yeah, we would go, I think it was like 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next day. That was good times.
That was different, exactly.
Well, I can remember it being held at the track at the high school, like you mentioned, Dustin. So tell us kind of how the event works in general. You've got teams. What are they doing?
So basically, we're coming together. We have a whole timeline of things that we put together, ways to commemorate people who are still fighting, those who have lost their battle. And we're really, really excited for Relay this year because we're doing something we've never done before.
Tell us about that.
So we're going to host a carnival-style themed relay. So we're not really doing away from the usual Relay for Life format. We're just adding these carnival-style games, and we're hoping to have food vendors out there. It's going to be more about the time of getting together as a community and remembering them versus the traditional format that everyone's used to.
Okay. Will there still be walking?
There'll still be walking.
Okay.
Yeah, we will do our normal opening ceremony about 4 p.m. That's when we just we get together, we kick things off. About 5 p.m. we'll do our traditional survivor lap and caregiver lap. That's when all of the survivors will lead the very first lap. So the survivors kick off our very first lap.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. We would never change that. And then when they come around, they're caregivers, and caregivers of people that they have been lost join them.
Wow.
So that second lap is led by survivors and caregivers. And it is such a moving thing to see.
Sounds emotional.
Absolutely. Those purple shirts that are walking across this year it'll be around the parking lot, but just seeing that flood of purple.
Does the purple signify something?
Yeah, the purple signifies the survivor.
Okay.
That's the
That's
general
neat.
color of cancer. So
A visual.
absolutely, it's absolutely amazing.
What is the responsibility of a team member, Dustin? You know, what are they expected to do?
So, I have a lot of people that ask me this because they're always intimidated. There's a lot of work that goes into not only having a team, but leading a team and being part of the team.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My advice is get you a team captain and a co-captain, because if it weren't for my mom, my co-captain, I couldn't do what I do.
There's no truer statement ever made, is there?
Exactly.
Way to go, Mom.
Yeah, that's right.
So basically, the only responsibility you have is if you can find you a team captain and a co-captain, lead normal meetings, being part of that team and helping raise any kind of money helps.
Sure.
And it goes towards the mission. So my advice is just find that or become part of a team and just help raise money.
Tell us a little bit about the fundraising aspect of it. How does that work? What's been effective for you, Dustin?
So this year we're hoping, like I said, to attract food vendors. And if there's anybody interested, we're charging just $25 a space. We're not charging to get into the actual carnival itself. If you want to, we're asking for free will donation.
Okay.
And the only thing we're charging this year is 25 cents a ticket to play the games. That's it. So that's how we're raising money at the actual event. And then,
Okay.
like I said, throughout the year, I know one of the events that Joe's Hope does is we meet here at the corner of 9th and Main, and we have 4 people that stand in the intersection, and that has actually become one of our biggest fundraisers.
Interesting.
Collecting spare change from people as they drive through. So
it's really any effort you can make to ask for donations to support your effort in the event itself.
And then what are the funds used for, Dustin?
The funds go to not only fund the mission to find a cure. A lot of it goes to finding a cure for cancer, but the American Cancer Society also funds several programs that helps cancer patients. Like a good example, at 7 p.m. we do what's called the Road to Recovery race, and that's when teams can build a cardboard car, if you will.
Oh my gosh!
And
I gotta see this.
Yeah, oh, it's fantastic. It's so much fun. And we start this race. We've got this car. We got one person carrying the car, and a lot of teams build these small cars, something manageable. But our team always goes above and beyond. This year we're gonna have a fire truck.
Oh,
so, but the person taking the cancer patient to treatment picks up the patient, takes them down one end, comes back, drops them off, and then comes back to the start, and that's what ends our race.
Ah, cool.
And that actually highlights an actual program funded by the American Cancer Society where there's actually volunteers that will drive a cancer patient to treatment if they have no way to go.
You know, I've heard what a struggle transportation logistics are for treatments because they're so frequent sometimes.
Absolutely.
It's a great program.
When my brother was going, sometimes it was a weekly trip, and sometimes he would go for his treatment and come back, and then sometimes he'd have to be admitted. So it was, you never know, what's going to happen. That's something else. Absolutely. And that's something else. The American Cancer Society funds something called Hope Lodging. So if you should be going to treatment, and you have to go somewhere overnight, they will actually pay for accommodations for your family. Great. So there's more that goes into it than just the cure for cancer. It's split up to help fund these programs. It's amazing programs that help.
We're speaking with Dustin Shidler for Fulton County Relay for Life this year, and he's captain of a team Joe's Hope is sharing about. We'd love to give some information to our listeners and viewers about how they can get a team started. How do they go about contacting somebody? Maybe if someone wants to make a donation, where they can do that, and then maybe even for some of those services, is there a website or something someone could go to learn about that?
Sure. So there's actually 3 easy ways that you can do it. You can go to www.relayforlife.org. And then you'll click join an event and just follow the prompts from there.
Okay.
If you know what team you want to be a part of, you just enter the zip code and then find our event, find the team. You sign up. It's a quick 5 minutes and you're joined up for a team. And if you want to be part of a team, you can go to that same website and create your team that way.
Okay.
So you can go to the website, or on your mobile device, you can download the American Cancer Society app. And there's easy ways to donate. There's you can also sign up your team that way, and there's also very helpful information on the website and the app to find different ways to become involved more than just Relay for Life. Or you can simply call Amy Calvert. She's our event lead. Her number is 574-835-0367, and she'll help you the rest of the way. She's a fantastic lady.
Are we making progress in the battle against cancer, Dustin?
Absolutely, and I see it every day. We have a lot of people that ask that question, where are we, and why don't we have a cure? And the simple answer to that, look around you. When you see the news and you hear, now we have all of this cure rate, let alone this detection rate. Early detection is obviously very key.
Right.
But you hear on the news how they're making progress and breaking ground into now we have this machine that can detect it earlier.
Woodlawn Hospital.
Absolutely.
New mammogram out there.
That's right.
Tremendous thing, yes.
That is the hard-earned cancer-raised money that at work right there.
Right.
That's a great example.
Yes, it is.
Dustin Shidler, thank you so much for pouring out your heart there with your personal story and sharing all of the great benefits that this event has for locally and then also with the overall global fight.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And it's such an honor to be able to spread the word and try to get people to come in and be part of such an amazing... And I'll leave with this. I'll say, relay cannot be explained. It can only be experienced.
That's great.
So I can sit here and talk for 2 hours, but you have to come out and experience it and you'll be hooked. Just like us. We've been going since 2011 and we're not stopping from here.
New location coming up this year.
Absolutely. We're excited for that. We'll have everybody come out. And again, thank you to New Life Church for coming to our rescue and saving our event.
Okay, for a phone number for your contact, Dustin, in case somebody wants to call you.
Yeah, my number is 574-329-4073.
Okay.
And I'd be more than happy to walk you through the prompts as well. And any questions you might have, or if you want to be part of our team or part of any team, just give me a call or a text, and I'll be there for you, and we'll get you started.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Dustin.
Appreciate you having me.
Yep. Okay. Well, we actually have a trivia question this morning around Relay for Life.
All right, good.
What year was the first Relay for Life event held? And I think we had a little insight to that.
If you were paying attention earlier,
Very early in
you
the
would know the answer to
interview.
that. That's right.
A is 1986, B is 1993, and C is 1998. So there we go.
There you go.
We'll see if we got anybody that was paying attention in the room. Okay, Tanner.
Where's Tanner? There's Tanner.
We need to make our sports calls today. I've
Thanks,
got
Dustin.
one I'm pretty excited about. The Cubs. The Cubs, they may be contending this year.
Well, they got a new relief pitcher. That doesn't mean they're going to be content.
That's the only piece they were missing, Tom.
Is that the only piece?
Maybe not.
Okay.
Craig Kimbrell's finally
Hard name to
signed
say, isn't it?
3 years, $42 million deal.
It was interesting because he could have gone to a lot of different teams,
Well, I could have.
and he ends up in Chicago with the Cubs. How
So
about that?
they really needed a closer.
They did.
Also, Dallas Keuchel, who had been a stud starting pitcher for the Astros for the last handful of years, he's finally off the market now. The Braves signed him last night, so it's kind of funny. The two really coveted free agents that hadn't signed, one signs one night and the other signs the next night. So
There's some calendar timing
yeah,
to
there's
this,
something
Tanner.
there, I
I
think.
thought so. I think it's some kind of
I don't know if they
draft
have the
pick
same-
compensation.
I doubt they have the same agent, but if they do, maybe that's...
See, Evan, I knew you
part
should
of
have
it.
continued your pitching career.
Oh yeah, well the old arm gave out a little early.
I see.
Little league. So
Yeah, I do have some sports notes here to cover, a few local sports. Rochester spring sports and sports for the 2018-2019 season are now officially in the books. Good rounds put together yesterday by golfers Reese Rini and Calvary Lingenfelter. Reese shot a round at 83 and Calvary 84 or at Sandy Pines. Good rounds, but unfortunately not good enough to move on to state. Winamac got 11th over there in the regional.
Okay, good.
This regional is really tough now that Carmel's in it and some of the big schools.
Wow.
Carmel won their third regional in a row with the overall score of, get this, 291. Their scores were 72, 72, 73,
Oh
and
my
74.
gosh.
A 76 got dropped.
And of course, it's not a class sport, so
Nope.
everybody competes at the same level.
The next closest team was Crown Point at 320. So
Wow.
they beat everybody by 29 strokes. Or the second team by 29 strokes. So pretty
Wow,
good. It's
that's
tough
a
to beat
sweep.
that.
That is pretty good.
They're a really good golf
That's
school.
called earning it, don't you
Yes.
think?
Oh, those are 5 tremendous scores at that golf course. Also locally, Dustin kind of mentioned it with the Relay for Life event getting moved. The Rochester football season, at least as far as their home games, is kind of up in the air right now. Field got pretty tore up from the storm we had 2 weeks ago. Got the greenhouse had some panels that got glass all over the field. Some of the track, it sounded like, got damaged. So worst case scenario, they're looking at possibly playing the home games at a different venue, possibly Mechanical, Logan Sport, Plymouth, or Culver Academies. But hopefully they can get something fixed with the
Yeah,
field in
hopefully
time for August.
we got enough time to make the
That
repairs.
sure
on
would
that.
be a bummer for the
Sure.
seniors and the school
Right.
overall and everybody around the community.
Sometimes it's
So
hard to accept things like that out of your control.
it is, yeah. Who would ever thought? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure when they built that years ago, they never thought about glass getting shattered on the field. So, also a local shout out to one of my 2010 RHS classmates, Garrett Weininger, got named the new head basketball coach at Warren Central last Friday.
Young
So,
guy.
I'm very happy for him. I mean, to be 27 years old and to take over the third largest school in the state,
Unreal.
it's pretty incredible.
Good deal.
They won the state 2 years ago. He's been an assistant head coach for them for the past 3 or 4 years. So I'm excited to see what he does. I think he'll do a really good job.
I think
He's got a big community backing him from
yes,
here.
he does.
That's right.
So you won't find anybody around our age that loves basketball more than him. So NBA Finals, Toronto leads Golden State 2-1.
Game 4 tonight?
Yes.
Is it tonight?
Yeah.
I was going to say it's tonight or
It's tonight. What a performance by Steph Curry, almost by himself.
Almost.
He's incredible.
Almost.
He was
He's
outscoring his own
incredible.
team there for a little while.
Just don't ask Skip Bayless about that, because Skip Bayless is ripping him for his performance. I'm like, you're just doing this for TV ratings.
That's
Well,
right, for
ratings.
attention.
So this is a big game for Golden State. They really need this one.
Yeah, they do.
They don't want to go to Toronto down 3-1.
Is it, it's Golden State tonight, that is a 1-1-1 for the last three?
Yes.
Yep. And Toronto's quite the atmosphere for it. So is Oracle Arena, where Golden State
Sure.
played. These are the two of the better atmospheres for NBA games. So.
But the TV ratings are down.
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of that. So,
Enough said.
Enough said.
and one more note about basketball: the college three-point line got moved back this week to the international distance, which is 22 feet 1 3/4 inches.
How far? What?
That's not that big of a
Okay.
movement. It won't affect a lot of teams. A lot of teams are shooting well behind the arc, anyways. To
Right.
be honest, so. But I think it's a good rule. I mean, some teams are just it was getting too easy for them to shoot there. So.
Sure.
And the Bears' 100th anniversary galas this weekend. I'm sure, Tom, you got your tickets?
I don't.
Okay.
You've got yours though, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think we're only 93 days away from the first
Roughly.
Sunday of roughly.
Just an estimate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's too interested in that.
Yeah, from the Sunday, and that's less than that many days for the Bears since them and the Packers kick off the season on Thursday night this
I'm
year.
excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun season. August can get here. Hurry up. We're ready for football.
My son Luke's already campaigning to stay up and watch the whole thing on
I'll
school
bet.
night.
I don't blame
We'll
him.
see who wins that one.
Uh-huh.
Got some tidbits here with me this morning. On this day in 1864, Abraham Lincoln was renominated for the U.S. president by the Republican Party. On this day in 1937, Times Magazine published the second of only 2 known photos taken of the Supreme Court in session. I thought that was pretty
Really?
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Yeah. On this day in 1955, Dwight Eisenhower became the first president to appear on color TV. This one I found incredible. On this day in 1989, Wayne Gretzky, this is why he was nicknamed the Great One, won his 9th Hart Trophy, which is the MVP trophy for the NHL, in 10 years.
Oh my
So
goodness.
9 out of 10 years.
Gretzky had a pretty good run.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Yes, he did.
And on this day in 1993, Cleveland broke ground on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You ever been there,
I
Tom?
have not.
I have not either.
I
My
have
dad
not.
has. But
We'll have to put that on our list. won't we?
Yeah,
I
will you
think
do
so.
a remote from there, Tom?
Sure,
yeah,
absolutely.
sounds like a great idea.
Absolutely.
Got a bunch of good national days today, and usually, I'm trying to hype this up, but I really think a lot of these days are pretty good. Today's National Donut Day.
Oh, that's good.
I saw there was a bunch of sales around the Indianapolis area for donuts.
Yeah.
So maybe around here
That's
too.
good.
Check
I
it out.
believe Webb's on their Facebook was promoting the first 50 customers today get free
Really?
donut.
Good.
Perfect.
I believe, something like this. It's also National VCR Day. I can't say I own a VCR. I'm sorry.
Nobody has one anymore.
No.
National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. And National Fish and Chip Day.
Oh, wow. Well, those are all good
Donuts,
days. Yeah.
chocolate ice cream, fish and chips.
Man.
You
Big
can hit them
day.
all up today.
That's
couldn't
right.
you?
Yeah.
Think.
Break your diet. There you go.
Right, exactly.
Okay, we got some a couple events going on here locally. Fulton County Adoption Education Center for Animals is hosting a rummage sale today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Big fundraiser for them.
Big fundraiser.
Yeah.
I think a neat creative idea. Should be a lot of neat items for those wanting to purchase, but then proceeds going to help the Animal Adoption Center is fantastic. So those are 3 to 7 hours today, 8 to 2 tomorrow, and 8 to noon on Sunday. If you got some free time, might want to meander through and see what kind of rare gems are out there to purchase. And the Civic Players of Logansport putting on the musical Legally Blonde on June 14th and 15th at 7:30 and June 16th at 2:30. McHale Performing Arts Center in Logansport. Tickets are $15. And First Federal's own Heather Carr is playing one of the 3 main Delta Nu sorority sisters, Serena, who's also a cheerleader, one of the main character's best friends. So
Heather does a lot of that and does a really good job.
she does.
She does.
She's been involved out there for quite a while and normally has some really neat roles with their production. So congratulations to Heather. We got a milestone. Randy and Marilyn Masterson celebrated their 65th wedding anniversary yesterday. Wow. Great milestone. And we want to give some flowers to the Fraternal Order of Eagles this morning. They donated $5,000 to the Brent Blackner Sports Complex project that's going on out there to update the facilities, which is great. A lot of great public support for those projects, along with the city too. So thank you to everyone that's contributing. The Dow was up around 700 points so far this week, Tom.
Had a good week so far.
Big rally late yesterday. The thing that seems to be moving the markets, as you guys probably talked about, are the tariff threats and fulfillments or non-fulfillments. So market went up when they maybe might delay these Mexican tariffs that are brand new discussion points. So who knows what's going on there. The old art of negotiation, I guess. And something interesting for bankers out there and anyone interested in future interest rates on CDs or loans, kind of the base rate that some things are priced off of. Federal Reserve Chair Powell gave some hints that maybe an interest rate cut might be coming if the economy kind of continues slowing. This is the first time that the Federal Reserve Board's actually said, well, we'll respond as needed to the economy instead of kind of holding firm where the rates are. So who knows what's going to happen there, but kind of a softer language, and they meet again this month. So we'll keep posted on that. Big jobs report this morning comes out for May. There's an estimate of 180,000 jobs added, which is kind of not good or bad, but we'll see where the actual number comes in because that tends to move the market some also. So we'll see what effect that has. Big Powerball jackpot sold Saturday night in North Carolina. If you took the $344 million in stacks of $100 bills, it'd be taller than the Eiffel Tower.
That's a lot of $100
That's
bills.
Just incredible.
A lot of $100 bills.
Cannot believe that. Well, come in and see us today. We're open until 5 p.m. Tomorrow, 8:30 to noon. We'd love to have you stop in, and we'd love to talk to you about our products and services, find out how you're doing. We specialize in a lot of things. First of those are our mortgage products. We've been home lending for 53 years, right. Tom. Big passion of ours. We do a great job. We'll take great care of you, and we love answering questions and looking at helping you come up with a game plan. Part of the way we do that is with a free pre-qualification. We can go ahead and run credit, help you out with taking a look at those things and get you lined up to be prepared to purchase a home for yourself or maybe even refinance.
Good idea.
We do have lots of different products. Some of them don't require much of a down payment. A couple of those are USDA loan and an FHA loan. A couple acronyms there, but basically those are loans that really you only need a small down payment, if any. We do have conventional loan products that generally you can get a better rate, fixed rate on those with a little bit more of a down payment. One-step construction loans, which are extremely convenient. You get a home built and then you get the normal financing set up right at the beginning. And then a great premier first-time home buyer program. This program, you only need 5% down and you don't have to have mortgage insurance, which is an extra cost if you don't have 20% down. So we're excited about that. That's been very popular. So if you haven't owned a home in 3 years, you really should come see us if you're considering buying, and we can help you through that journey with a great product as well. See Ben Dalton, loan originator, John Schaefer here in Rochester. If you're in our Winnemac market, you can talk with Bill Morris over there. We do offer Simply Free checking products, Simply Free business checking products. That's one you won't really find around. Normally, business accounts will have monthly fees that are very normal to those or per item fees, and we have a free one. So if you're tired of paying business checking account fees, you need to come talk to us, and we'd love to get you set up with that free product and start giving you the personal service that you're looking for. When you open a new checking account right now, you get a free gift.
Yep.
This goes on all the time. So if you're not ready right now, please come see us when you are ready.
There's always a gift waiting for you.
Always a gift.
That's right.
We only have one day, however, I guess two if you count tomorrow's half day, for our barbecue set. Been very popular.
Yes,
but come get that put in. Our next cycle, we're giving a collapsible lawn chair or table.
Okay.
Hopefully not when you sit down on it, just for storage. We are offering commercial lending, business lending now. We've been doing this for the last couple of years. We're still looking to get the word out on that because we didn't used to have that option.
Right.
But now we're doing an awesome job. Our main highlight for commercial lending is how quickly we can work with you directly with our lender, Lindy Breed, and get that turnaround so you can make a decision on what you're trying to do. We're extremely expedient in that area and do a great job following through with personal service, just like we do on the mortgage side. We do offer financial services. You need to talk to Mark Blubaugh or Brian Bell, who've frequently been on our program.
They have.
And they can talk to you about those longer-term saving and investment options. We can offer everything that you might need. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram. It's at FF Banking, or also on LinkedIn, Tim.
Yep, we're everywhere.
If you're a borrower, you do need to meet underwriting guidelines. We can talk to you about that. We're a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
And trivia.
What year was the first Relay for Life event held? 86, 93, 98.
86.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I made the questions.
I was listening.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Dustin.
you were paying attention, so, yep.
I was paying attention.
Okay, well, this word of wisdom is for you, Tom.
I'm ready.
Happiness is not something you postpone for the future, and I'm serious about this. It's something you design for the present.
Well said.
Jim Ron, American businessman.
Very well said. Evan Gottschalk, as always, thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it, Tanner. Cindy, thank you for being here on the First Federal Program.